Amachimbos, this is your FIFA fan leader, Gerald, and welcome to Qatar. This is Pitch 7. This is where we're going to be playing Qatar. We will be here making very much noise for you guys. We hope to see you guys in the final. We will be there all your games until you get to the final, making noise until you win the finals, because we believe in you.
Kgotsong, ke le tsebisa ka buka ya ka e buang ka tsela yeo ke tsamaileng bophelong ba ka. Le tla utlwa ka mathata ao ke bileng le ona le katleho yeo ke e fihletseng. Hape le hore radio e nkahile jwang hore ke fetole bophelo ba ka. Takatso ya ka ke hore o fumane buka ena ya ka e tla fetola bophelo ba hao. Ya buang ke Dr. Chomani. Take it easy. Don't be shy.
Hello everyone. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm joined by Peter, the Man City Man. Stirrup. Pete, how are you doing?
I'm good. Morning, viewers. I'm good, Saubrey. And yourself?
Pete, before I can start anywhere, let me just say, I just got bad news last night. Around about 11:30, just to be informed that my neighbor has been shot. You know him, China Kekana. We used to patrol, all of us in the area here, while we're still busy with the neighborhood watch. It's a very difficult thing. The person who called me is somebody who knows me very well. We grew up together in Tembisa, former principal of Tembisa High School, saying, I know that you are next door to China. So I just want to let you that this happens. So we need to inform the wife, so we don't know how to do it. So may just bow ahead for a few seconds, then I'll relate what happened. May his soul rest in peace. You know what? Maybe he has traveled the road, as we normally say. The guy who called me said to me, look, this has just happened. And then they were all there. This guy was with them. There were three, and then he was shot. He said he was shot close range. And then he said to me, now we need the wife to know. So I thought of you. It was difficult. How am I going to handle this? Fortunately enough, my neighbor is a traffic cop. And then I contacted him to ask him, in terms of guidance, how to go about it. Then he said, are the police there already? I said, yeah, I'm told that the police are there. He said, no, tell your friend to tell the police the house number. They are the ones, because it's a police matter.
Yeah, that's correct.
They are the ones who will come and inform the wife. So I'll go and see them sometime during the course of the day today, and my wife, so we'll see what to do. It's very sad, man, because you remember quite well, he was very diligent in terms of us patrolling the area those days. Yeah, that's the little that I have. So those people who are watching the show, who knows him, so you need to be aware. He stays at number 3 Avril Street in Beshri North. I'm staying number 5. So we are just next door neighbors. So, yeah. When it comes to issues of this nature, people are not invited. They'll get the word. So we'll use our platform also to do that. Those who watch, then they can be aware. Very sad. He has just gone on pension. Very sad. He has just gone on pension. So, yeah. Those are some of the things. Pete, I don't know. There's so much we can talk about. You know what? Well done, myself and you. We did a good job in terms of the Pirates. Remember, we were a little bit worried what happened. Then I see that according to Gold Magazine, Pirates have launched a protest. But the protest is not based on the way they played. The protest is based on the improperly registered players. Players who played, some of them were not supposed to play. So it's based on that. So yeah, Lupopo, according to Gold Magazine, have confirmed that they've received a letter and then they're expected to respond within 5 days. Now it's within 5 days. The legal terminology means even weekends are included. It's 5 days. It's not 5 working days. So we'll watch the space. Maybe there is some kind of window of opportunity for Orlando Pirates for that game. But like you said, Pete, when we were talking, Pirates have never confirmed whether they've launched a protest. Yeah, but this is some of the things that we get. Yeah, that's one thing that I want us to talk about. But remember, today is the big one. Orlando Pirates versus Mamelodi Sundowns. It's a huge one. It's a huge one.
6-pointer.
Yeah, it's a huge one. And then, not only that, we saw Chiefs yesterday. They played well. You know, the good thing about the whole thing, they won. That's what is important. They won.
What a fantastic goal.
It was a fantastic goal, isn't it?
Beauty. Absolute beauty.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. What do you want to say about that game, Chiefs? Or let's say Chiefs so far, because you remember they are coming from stage 10 years without a trophy, and then they've just broken that last year, getting one trophy, but now even the performance in the league, and now it's showing up in the CAF Cup. And then what do you want to say?
Well, we're all happy for Chiefs in that respect. I think Luke, they had a little bump in the road there with you know, the coach leaving, and it wasn't sure, you know, who was going to take over the reins and what have you there. But it seems to be a little bit more steady there now. So we will enjoy watching them and see what happened. What a great goal that was last night, though, eh? And that's now put them, I think, in third spot. Yeah. So yeah, we look forward to may it continue. That's what we expect or would like, at least anyway. I think, yeah, Kaiser Chiefs are in third spot on 19 points. Sekahuni is in second with 20. They've lost the last 2 games, so they're slipping. And then you've got Sundowns on top with 21 points. But not to forget, with the focus on today's game, we've got Orlando Pirates on 18 points, but they played 2 less games. So if they win this one today, effectively, that's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons, as they say. So yeah, a good fixture. Good fixture.
Dr. Patrice Motsepe said not long, we need a strong Kaiser Chiefs. If Chiefs is not winning, football will suffer in South Africa. Well, there are debates. I know Pirates fans were not happy about that statement.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Pete, having said what I've said, that's one thing that I want us to discuss: the game between Orlando Pirates and Super Sport. I mean, Orlando Pirates and what's this team?
Sundowns.
Yeah, Sundowns. But before that, let me just share with you that Amachimbos is under 20. All right, and then the squad has been selected for Amachimbos. These are the players who have been selected. As you can see, they're under 17. No, Amachimbos is under 17, not under 20. Amachimbos, you've got those players, Luandi Sokhatebe, Kiabetswe, Morake, and then Selo Mahobo, and then Sif Pama, and then Lunje, no Ngobo, and Diam Matenius, and then Olande Boysons, Abulele Langeza, and also Kamuhelo Mariletse, and Tebuho Mlangeni, and Joshua Taylor. And then the forwards, you have Luke Hendricks and Llewellyn Stevens and Sean Els and Emile Vetboy and Tumi Mutapo and Neo Buhloko and Will Hansen and Lebogang Dlamini and Upemeti Sukhoto. This is quite exciting. Remember, I've been saying we're struggling with the national squads and so on, and then and then I saw an article that, and then I said I would read it. I didn't read it. There is something brewing in the SAFA corridors. It happens all the time. So I cannot touch on that one because I haven't read it to understand what's happening. But this is it. And then, but before we go there, Pete, remember I'm a Cosmos fan, and then I saw something on social media, which I don't know how true is it. Let's regard it as a rumor now. It is alleged that Augustine Makalakalan, who used to play for Cosmos, one of the great players for Jomo Cosmos, he was complaining that he had to sell himself overseas because Jomo wasn't paying them well. And then he said he's blaming that Jomo screwed so many players. He mentioned them. Thomas Marichache, the late, may his soul rest in peace, Mark Fish, named them. He said that they were supposed to get 25% of their selling price, and they were not getting it. What you would get, it would be a question of, they would say, no, we've given Jomo the millions, and then they wouldn't get anything. So he said he's happy that he sold himself, and then he made money for himself. Now, let me ask this question in passing quickly. Here, what's happening? I'm a Cosmos fan, I'm a Jomo fan, but we need to look at the facts. When the players signed the contract, were they aware that Jomo is in charge of everything? Okay? Or was it a question of people who are excited, I'm going to play the professional football and end up signing, okay? Let's say, because we need to qualify this. I hope Jomana will get this. And if he gets this, give us the answer. Give us your side of the story. Even Augustine Makalakala, give us your side of the story. Because it's not nice to talk about rumors, okay? Because for me, for now, it's a rumor, but it's on social media. As you can see, it's a pic of Ogie there. If it was not Ogie, you should have responded to the social media, say, no, why insinuating it's not me? So I've never seen that. So probably it could be him. Because when you sign a contract, it's like this thing of Muna Pule Saleh, Orlando Pirates. Pirates fans were arguing that, no, Pirates never put a gun on his head to sign a contract. He signed a contract consciously. What lesson are we learning out of this, Pete?
I think we've said this on numerous shows that it's really important to look at as they say, the devil's in the detail there. What are you actually signing for? And if you're not sure as a player or that's going to sign that contract, you need to take advice. That's for sure. But one question I have for you here in regards to this now: how many years ago was this now?
It's a long time. Augustine is retired as we speak.
Yeah. So why now? Yeah.
That's another thing. Why now? Now things are bad, and then you want to blame. No, the other thing is, look, we cannot exonerate Mjomana to the whole thing. Remember, they regarded him as a father, as somebody responsible who take care of their interest. So if you betray somebody looking up to you that way, although it would be nice for us to get the facts, we are not blaming Joman and saying he's to blame. Well, we are also not blaming Ogi to say why did you sign and all that. Remember, he was
you qualified it. It's a rumor at this stage. We don't know.
It's a rumor in this stage. But if that is the case,
see what happens.
If that is the case, what would be the advice that would give? Because I'll tell you why. I saw Makap, the business manager for Bennett Parker, coming out because Bennett Parker was complaining that he was not treated fairly by Makap, and then he finally terminated his contract. He said, no, that's not true. In fact, I treated him very well. In fact, he was the best earner. He was one of the best earners in South Africa. It's not fair. So, we need to qualify this thing and balance things. Because your Makap, your Jomo, I think they are business managers. They are running business. I know Sinki Mnisi, who said he sold Temba Zwane for 1 million rand plus a bus to Sundowns. But well, maybe Temba didn't have an issue about that. He was happy that he's playing for Sundowns. He's doing well now. But I think going forward, it's the responsibility of players or whoever is in charge of players to ensure that things are correct. Even if you're in a rush, do things to the point. Pete, now let's talk Pirates and Sundowns.
Yeah.
What's your take today?
That's going to be, as we say, Umdinga. But before we move there, just the Carling Cup results.
Yes.
And Pirates actually won there against Magesi. And remember what I said in the previous rounds. Magesi were the cup holders, and I think for me, that's now set up the semi-finals, which is Richards Bay versus Orlando Pirates, and Golden Arrows versus Mirumu Gallants. I think Pirates got a good chance of going through, and maybe taking this thing.
Yeah.
But if you look at their current form, they've won the last 5 games now, if my memory serves me right. So yes, this is genuinely a 6-pointer. I mean, can you imagine now, Mamelodi, by example, in first place now with the 21 points and have played 10. Orlando Pirates will be on equal points with them if they win there, and they'll still have 2 games in hand. So this is a huge opportunity for Pirates to actually, get a grip of this league, as they say, Yeah. So what's happening? Well, according to recent media, the Mamelodi Sundowns will be without 5 key players. So this will have an influence, obviously. So they say Thabo Mokoena,
a key,
and
even
Miguel
the coach was complaining about that one, that the losing Thabo is a big one. Yes,
and they're suspended, so they won't be able to play. And then there's 3 injuries, which are to key players, which will maybe also have an influence. So Temba Zwane, Malabongwe Koza, and Kutlwano Lakau. Those three guys are injured. So, yeah. If you're asking me to make a call, I don't want to upset. I don't really want to upset Sundowns fans there, but I've got a funny feeling the Pirates might sneak this. I think they might sneak this. You see, remember now, they're coming back off that bad loss to Limpopo. But they got a good result there in the Carling Cup, Knockout Cup. So it shows a bit of resilience on their side, and I think those 5 players might make a difference there. But this is one that Sundowns actually can't afford to lose. So from a Sundowns perspective, they need at least a draw out of this. So score, I think it's a one goal difference there personally.
In favor?
And I'm gonna stick my neck out and say Pirates gonna sneak this one.
Pirates gonna sneak this. Apart from the injuries and so on, the form that the Pirates are in,
they won the last 5.
It tells you that you know what, they will continue. They will continue with they will continue with them. They'll continue with the run. Not only that, there's quite a lot happening. Remember that win, that 3-0 win against Limpopo, coming from 3 goals setback and scored 3 goals. I think that has motivated Pirates players big time. And to be honest, people who have been watching these 2 teams for the past 2-3 years, Pirates has always been a pain on the neck of Mamelodi Sundowns. They were the only team that challenges Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns are doing well, they are winning, but the play is not convincing. I don't know whether it's me or you see what I see. The play is not convincing. It's not convincing. Now, if you have a team that wins and play good football, the motivation is high. And remember, Pirates know that they've won the MTN, they've won Nedbank. Now they want to show a point that we can also win the championship. And then I think they're crossing fingers that they are being reinstated in the CAF Cup so that they continue with the trajectory. So I also see Pirates winning this one. Although, Mamelodi Sundowns is a tough customer.
Yeah. Resilient.
Yeah, because they are used to winning. If people are used to winning, it becomes now a mantra.
A habit. Yeah.
It becomes a habit. It's not something that just disappear overnight. But my position. I have a problem with their coach. But he's winning. That's another thing.
Yeah.
This coach is like Hugo Bros. Hugo Bros, he said he doesn't want Nyoso, the boy who used to play for Pirates. Very good player. Now he's playing in Saudi Arabia. I'll tell you the name now. And then he said no. And now, what I've learned with this guy, with Hugo Bros, he doesn't just say things. He says them, but as time goes on, he proves you right, that he was right. I remember when he spoke of Nganyiso Mayo, he said, nah, it's not the kind of player that I want. We were like, this guy, what is he doing now? Tembi Gosi Lodge, he has overlooked him again. Apparently doesn't take him, and he's doing well. So, and Hugo Bros is not that coach who looks only at the play. He also look at the behavior outside the field of play, all right? So that's another story. But Pirates may win this one. The 1-0 prediction, I think I tend to agree with you there. that it may be 1-0 in favor of Pirates. So I don't know what are the chief.
I don't think it will be a very exciting flair game. I think it's going to be a very tight affair because both teams really want this, and I think that's going to make the game a little bit. I don't want to say boring.
Tense.
Yeah, it's going to be tense.
But
that's 3:30. 3:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, but I see the opposite. I see the opposite. I'm going to see both teams attacking each other vigorously. It's going to be a very entertaining game. The weather is also good. Remember, it's not hot.
Yeah.
It's not cold. The only thing that may disturb, remember, in South Africa, we're not used to playing in the rains. Unlike there in England, you know, you guys are used to play there. Here at home, I think they can struggle if it can rain. Yeah, you're saying, Pete?
The English players have web feet like a frog. They're so used to playing in the wet weather there.
Yeah, in the cold
weather. You know what I also think?
I
also think when we talk about this game being tense and maybe not an attractive game, I think that's only true until the first goal. If we do get a goal at all, till that first goal goes. Because neither team will want to lose this one. So I see it being tense. I see it being tense up until that first goal goes in, if we get a goal. And then I think the game that you're predicting will kick in. The other team, whoever gets scored against, are not going to lie down. They're going to want this as well. So hopefully, and you know, that goal will come in the first half, so that it makes it a little bit more of an attractive affair rather than a cagey game. But we'll see. Let's see. We could be completely wrong here, and the Sundowns could keep up with their winning traditions. Well, we will see. But I think I favour Pirates with this one on a one goal difference.
You favour Pirates on this one?
Yeah.
On one, yeah. I also have that feeling, but I will never rule Mamelodi Sundowns out.
No.
They are champions. They are champions. You know, champions, they will always come back. They will always come back and prove a point that they're champions. Yeah, Pete, let's go to the books before we go to the next news around in England, what's happening. And the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, it was the issue of MLS. We know that things are happening there. Messi wants things to be changed. I don't know whether they will be able to do that. The first book that I want to share is this one, How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. And the book, you can get it only from us. And then the other one is this one, Secrets for Becoming Rich, which comes in a second and the first edition. And then you can choose which one you want. And then also this one by Dr. Darlene Small, How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money. This is somebody who was advising the governors of the Reserve Bank. So it would be very good to lay a hand on her book. And then, yeah, as I was saying, you can get the books from us. One of them is this one, How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. And then you can do the same. Remember, I spoke of the Secret for Becoming Rich, first edition and second edition. And then the first edition, the books are the same, but the second edition is an improvement on the first edition. What happened on the second edition, I've added more bank products to explain them, because a lot of people don't understand what is a check account, what is the impact, what is credit card, and then how do, credit card, for instance, if I may give a quick example. Credit card is the money that they borrow you let's say they borrow you 20,000, you can pay 20,000 without interest, provided you pay within a particular period. And that's how
3 months, isn't it? Is it 3 months?
It's 25 days, something like it. Will differ from one bank to the next.
Yeah, sure.
They'll give you a period that if you pay within this time, you'll pay the same 20,000 that you took. But the catch is if you miss that time, the interest is a little bit high. So it's a very expensive credit agreement. You need to know that. So sometimes people miss it, miss the next month, then it become what you call a compound interest. And a compound interest, and that's the real money making for the banks and the killer for the consumers. So you need to understand what is a compound interest. So the difference between the two books is even the first one, it does explain those bank products, but the second one, it goes a little bit deeper. And then it has added more information on the bank products. Now, Pete, as we move on, what's happening in terms of the English football? Man City, they played during the week. Tell us what's happening. Wrap up those English football, and then before we move to the Messi special.
Yeah. So as we had the Carling Cup knockouts, they have pretty much an equivalent cup. You can either know it as the EFL Cup or the English Football League Cup, or it's also known as the Carabao Cup. The Carabao Cup is the sponsor. So just like Carling is for South Africa in their cup competition, the competition here is sponsored by Carabao. Yeah, there were some interesting results. Man City played Swansea, coming off a defeat last weekend to Aston Villa. So they bounced back. But I must admit, if anybody did watch that game, Swansea scored first, and it was an absolute beauty. So I was running a bit nervous, to be honest with you, a little bit there. But yeah, we managed to come through. Yeah, interesting league program, just as we got, here. If you look at the Premier League sort of like fixtures, there's some really interesting one. Man United are playing. Let's have a look here. Manchester United are playing Nottingham Forest away. So that'll be a little bit of a tough game for them. I think other games to watch out for a little bit here is Tottenham Hotspur, currently, I think in third or fourth spot. I remember in our last show, I forgot to mention Tottenham. So any Tottenham fans do apologize. Doing well at the moment. Chelsea below them in the league, but it will be interesting to see, who comes out top there. And then I think the one that I'm really showing a bit of an interest there is, the bumps that are happening with Liverpool at the moment in the League Cup or the Carabao Cup. Liverpool exited the Carabao Cup, having lost 3-0 at home to Crystal Palace. Now, if you remember last year, Crystal Palace beat Man City in the FA Cup final. So this is a team to watch out for. This Crystal Palace, they're quite a side, and I think they're going to be quite difficult to beat in this league season, as with the cups. Crystal Palace, mentioning those, they are playing at home to Brentford, also flying quite high, so that'll also be an interesting game. Liverpool, Aston Villa. So coming back to Liverpool's woes at the moment, all our Liverpool fans there, this is going to be a tough game, I think. I think Aston Villa, if I'm not mistaken, have won the last 5 games. And as I said, they beat Man City at home. Yeah, look, Erling Haaland did score, but he was offside, and I think he spread eagled the post there, but he's fit for today's game. So he's back, and I believe Rodri's back for tomorrow's game, where Man City play Bournemouth. Now, in the league, Bournemouth are, I think, second or third. So again, this just like Mamelodi Sundowns versus Pirates, this is a bit of a 6-pointer. So Man City will be hoping to secure a win against Bournemouth at home. Yeah, that's pretty much it. In transfer news, I believe Kopi Manu, I think we've said it before, Man United's midfielder there. What a great little player he is. Real Madrid are showing some interest in Kopi Manu. So I think let's watch this space. And, if you believe rumors or social media to its full extent there, I think Real Madrid have got a problem with Vinicius Jr. as well. Apparently, he wants to be paid the same as Kylian Mbappe, although he's paid very nicely, apparently. But he wants to be on a similar standing to Mbappe. So there's talk of him possibly moving out. And the biggest rumor that I've heard so far is that Real Madrid are showing a bit of an interest in Erling Haaland from Man City. I don't think they're going to get him, but you never know. You never know. I think he would remember if he signed a 10-year deal with Man City, Erling Haaland. I think it was last season. So those are the rumors and the goings there. So some interesting stuff in the Premier League and what we would know as EFL or Carabao Cup there. Man City have drawn in the semi-finals. They've drawn Brentford, and like I said earlier, Brentford are a pretty good side there. So it's going to get really interesting now, I think, for these quarterfinals that are in place which are to follow. But yeah, that's pretty much the Premier League news. Even abroad there. So there are other bits and bobs there, but there's nothing solid there.
Now, you said something. Vinicius, this is the same thing that we spoke about earlier on. Vinicius Jr. wants to earn what Mbappe is earning.
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair? That's one thing.
Well, it comes back to what was agreed in his contract.
Yeah, I want us to look at it holistically. Is it fair to Vinicius as an individual? Is it fair for the team to approach things that way? Look here. Messi came to Inter Miami and then he lured his friends. Maybe I'll show you the salary scale. Look, Messi's branding is big. All right. His salary, as much as he was not anywhere, probably he was earning at Barcelona. But the way it was structured, he's a top earner because he gets some sponsors and all that. Now, it's not him saying it. These are sponsors saying it. And one of the things that I picked up is all the team owners in England, in MLS, they are sponsoring Messi's salary because they were aware what he will bring if he comes to the league. And he has already paid what they were asking for. Guess what? They've already built a 25-seater stadium. I don't know why did they build a 25,000-seater stadium. I thought with Messi they would do 60 because he takes 60 to 70 easily. Now, the only analogy that I can understand, maybe the prices are going to be too high. 25,000, the prices are going to be too high. Now, is it really fair, because people are not the same, for Vinicius to do that and then not complement that in the field of play? Let's look at Mbappe. Ever since he came, what's happening at Real Madrid? He's scoring goals, very important goals. I don't know. Same thing that I was talking about Ogi his accusation towards Jomo and
Yeah.
Shema. What's your analysis? What's your thinking? What's your take? What's your take? What's your take about this? Is this fair? Because it's value for money.
Is it fair? Is it fair from which perspective? The club's perspective or the player's perspective?
For everybody. Let's say for the club, look, the club, they want to make money.
Yeah, sure.
And then, like I was giving an example, no one knew about Inter Miami. We knew nothing about them until such time Messi came in. So you can't compare Messi with the rest. I don't know you get my point. So,
No.
yeah, for me, I'm saying, oh, no. Well deserved for Messi to get whatever that he's supposed to get. Because he's not just a player.
No, he's not.
All right?
He's a brand.
Yeah, he's a brand. I mean, I'm going to show you that he sold all the jerseys. All the jerseys sold out. And he has been, for the third season, his jersey is leading. So why do you compare Messi with somebody who doesn't even sell? Do you understand? It's money for me. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm asking, because with Messi, you are guaranteed you're going to make money. Why Adidas went to an extent of bending the rules to say, no, because it's Messi, we'll give him something. I think they recognize that fact that it's value for money. We are not dealing with an ordinary player here. We're dealing with another player who brings another level. Business is about that. ROI, the return on investment.
Return on investment.
Yeah. So I don't know. I want to hear your view there. What's your take? Is it fair for what Vinicius Junior is doing, or do you think that no, Vinny, maybe it's too much?
I just think back to the work situation where when I was working there, I was paid X amount. And as long as I was happy with my salary, I didn't care what anybody else was earning. But now we've got a situation here where he's saying, well, I want the same as Mbappe. So now he's making comparisons. Yeah. And that comparison comes about because I think there's a transparency within the clubs on who gets paid what. I mean, you can Google any player and you'll know what their salary is on a monthly basis, etc., etc. So that transparency is brought into view now. Oh, well, he's getting this, and I'm only getting that. So I think it. If he'd have gone, if he would have gone to Real Madrid and said, "Listen, I'm worth more than this," but when you start making comparisons between you and your teammate, I think it's not right. That's for me personally. And the club have their right to pay him a salary which you think he's worth. Just as any employer pays you, me, whoever, what is the market related value or a value that they see in you, as you said with Messi. I mean, you can't really say that Messi's getting a market related salary. He's getting a salary based on what he brings back. And that's over and above the football. That's, like you said, his shirts, the clubs, the league being uplifted, etc., etc. So I think it was a bit wrong of Vinicius to make comparisons, personally. I don't know what the viewers think there. I mean, he's a free agent as well. I mean, he's entitled to actually, ask for more money if he thinks that's what is required. I just think it's wrong to make the comparison amongst the teammate. Not right.
But let's look at it this way. Pete, I've said to you I said Messi has requested that they they change no, not
The league,
the league.
the rules.
But but look what he does. He has already performed. They have made money, all right?
Yeah.
And now he goes to them, having done that.
Mm.
You see where he's coming from. He's talking from a position of strength.
Yeah, bargaining power.
Yeah, to say, look, guys, yeah, as much as we are happy, it's hunky-dory and so on. But you know what? I'm bringing more money to you guys. And remember, about Messi is not about money. Because if he wanted money, he could have gone to Saudi Arabia.
Well, apparently he wanted to go to Saudi on a temporary basis during this closed down period of the MSL.
Yeah.
MLS, should I say? In order for, to keep fit, if you like, or whatever the case may be. But it was rejected by the Saudis, saying that basically they're not a training camp.
Yeah.
So he either comes 100% or he doesn't come at all. That's the Saudis' view on that.
Yeah. Look, on that one, remember the Saudis, it's not about we reject Messi. They want him 100%.
Full time. Yeah, 100%, yes.
See, they don't want to be a stopgap. All right? So I'm saying, he can stop and say, you know what? I'm going, guys. Because I see that I'm not going to get what I want here. So hence now at the end of the day.
But it's an unselfish want. That's what I like about Messi. It's an unselfish one. Yeah, he wants the league to change because he can see merit in the change of the league. Remember, we talked about the fact that they don't close down when there's European games being played. I'm sure this is all what this is about as well. It's that inclusive, and other changes to be brought about in the MLS. To make it actually more competitive. So he's doing it on unselfish grounds, Messi, and that's how we know him. When you bring it back to Vinicius, this is a purely selfish thing that he's doing. And okay, when it comes to money, I guess we all have a bit of a selfish edge to our, we would like more or whatever the case may be. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but the two are uncomparable. That's what I'm saying. Messi's doing it for the benefit of the MLS. What
about the say that we normally say on our show, to say we want people to learn from others, and then here we don't see that learning aspect of it. Like you said, when it comes to Messi, it's not from a point of me as Messi being special. It's for the development of the league. I want the league to be
there would probably be a spin-off for Messi indirectly.
Exactly.
Because he's investing into the MLS, in terms of the team, etc., etc. I think he was also investing into that stadium, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So in a way, he's looking at an improvement of the league, but he would get something out of it because the league would become stronger, and therefore his investments within the MLS would reap more benefit.
What if I say to you, remember I said to you at some point, I said his father at some point said, Messi is this kind of a person. This is his father. He said, I think when he retires, he's going to concentrate on young players. And we have seen that he has started a tournament under 20?
You did say so, yeah.
Okay.
It's in his blood, man. That guy will never retire.
Pardon?
He'll never go and sit on the stoop and sit in his rocking chair there and watch the world go by.
You know what?
He will. It's in his blood.
No, what I want to show there is this. For him, it's not about him.
No.
It's about building football. It's about a real change. That's what I see. I don't know where you see what I see.
He wants improvement.
Yeah, he wants improvement. That's a correct way of doing it. He wants improvement because, I mean, if he really was selfish, he wouldn't say, no, let me invest on the youngsters. He would concentrate on his children. All right?
Yeah.
And those
Which I'm sure he does anyway.
Yeah. Those who know him, they said that team that won the World Cup, it was built by him. He suggested who should be brought in and so on. He was working on that for some time to say, now you can bring in Pete, and then that is why you see what they are. I don't know whether you get my point there.
100%.
So, on the other hand, we need to say Vinny is young. Maybe experience also counts. Maybe we should say maybe it's because lack of experience. Maybe that's why maybe behaves the way he behaves. But once he become more experienced, he will behave better. I don't know. That's my opinion. I may be wrong.
No, I agree.
I may be wrong. So that's what I see. That's what I predict that, I think Messi is doing this just because he wants to prove a point to say, look, Vinny, no, not necessarily Vinny. He's not worried about Vinny. And then they ask him, are you going to miss Jordi Alba and and then he said, of course, I'm gonna miss them. I've been with these guys for many years, and now when I see them, going, it reminds me that the time is coming for me to. Yeah, he said it reminds me. But he's busy building the team. I don't know whether you have noticed that. He's busy building the team. He's building for the future. And that's what he wanted to do with Barcelona, but now he's doing with Inter Miami. He's building, and then so that's what I see, and I understand from a distance that this guy, this is what he's doing. He's just building a team to say, you know what, this is a team. It should be, respected, and then, but for it to be respected, it must win something. It must show that they deserve to be respected.
I've got two questions for you, Saubrey.
Yeah.
The questions are, okay, Saudi don't want him on a part-time basis. Do you think there's an opening for him to go out on loan, maybe to other, say, a Premier League team?
Premier League, yeah.
Yeah, and the second question is, do you think that Messi should somehow in the future maybe serve on the board of FIFA because of his positive outlook towards football? Don't you think he would be best suited, to work with FIFA, or do you think that's maybe too much of a political appointment, for him to? Yeah. So those are the two questions.
No, for me, to be honest with you, if I study Messi from a distance, I think there are two important team. Messi is still going to go back to Barcelona. That I foresee. He's going to play some kind of role. Okay, he loves Inter Miami because they've shown him love. England, there's only one team he'll play for. That's City, because of Pep. I don't see him going to any other team. He'll go to City because of Pep. I don't know what happened to his relationship with Pep pertaining to Julio Alvarez, because he loved Julio Alvarez. And then Pep let him go. It was not a question of let him go. It was a question of there was no space for him. I want to share something. I want to share his messages. There was no space for him. And then, so I don't know whether you can see this.
I can.
Yeah, he said,
that's fine.
This is the message in terms of the rule. He said, well, for starters, every team should have the opportunity to bring in players and sign whoever each team wants without limitation or rules for players to bring them in. I don't think that today all teams in the United States, all clubs have the power to do that, okay? And then, so I think that's what he's lamenting. And then he said, I think that if they were given the freedom, many more important players would come and help growth of the United States. I think there are still big changes to be made. So here is, like you are saying, he's appealing to the association for all the players, not for himself. You are asking me whether he will be robbed into FIFA. I think there are two areas where he can go. I see him going to Barcelona or Argentina. His concern with Argentina, they said the crime is rife there. He's worried about his kids, about the level of crime. So, yeah, and not FIFA, but I see those. FIFA, he can be an ambassador. I see Barcelona stand a chance. Man City will go because of Pep. And then Inter Miami is already there because they said David Beckham and knows what he said. David Beckham said, no, guys, we need to do, because they said Mascherano said, guys, if you don't do what Messi asked, I'm out. So that's a message. That's a message. I'm out. And now, remember, if Messi say I'm out, he can go to Saudi Arabia. They'll welcome him. You'll give them that 3 years. Because remember, there's a release clause. His contract, we are told that he can go anytime he wants. So that's a good one.
He signed till 2028, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but he included.
But the release clause is.
He included a clause that if he wants to leave anytime, he said he will listen to his body. If his body says, nah, I won't even play 2026, he will leave.
But I'm sure the release clause wouldn't be all-encompassing. It would have to have certain conditions. You know, like you said, if he...
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's, I've had enough now, because what's the point of having a contract if that's the case?
Yeah, we'll see. Look, the other thing that I wanted to share with you is when it comes to men of the matches, I wanted to show you in terms of men of the matches, he has already won 22. It's so amazing, man. This guy, I don't know, he's something else. I mean, 22 men of the matches, eh? Others can't even do one, so for him to do 22 in the current season, and they are playing the following morning tomorrow, and this is it. You see, I don't know whether I can see that.
Yep.
Already 22 matches in 2025.
In 44 games. In 44 games. So half of those he was man of the match.
So it's something else. It's crazy. You know, Vinicius, for me, he needs just to learn. What I learned, what Inter Miami did, they refused to sign Neymar. But maybe that could be one of the reasons to try to push them to sign Neymar. Remember Neymar listened to him, eh? He really listened to Messi. I think Neymar realizes that, I made a blunder. I really made a mistake of my life by leaving, even if when Messi said to me, don't leave, I'll make sure that you win the Ballon d'Or. You know? And then they asked Dembele, has Ronaldo congratulated you? He said, no. And then they said, he said, the man who won the Ballon d'Or more than all of them, Messi, congratulated me. that tells you about the personality of a person. He said, I'm happy. If I got it from Messi, what else do I want? So that's another thing. Pete, thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
And then
thanks, guys.
Tell us what do they think. We are trying our best.
Yeah.
The topics, which are the topics that could be interesting. And you can also suggest what you want us to discuss. And then, but
absolutely.
Wish Pirates and Sundowns a very good game. Peter's bank his money on Pirates. I've banked my money on Pirates. 1-0, both of us. Let's see whether we're right.
Yeah. If they lose and Sundowns win, then maybe I'll be sick on Tuesday.
Okay, Pete. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Bye.